Assalamu Alaykum and welcome to today's graded reading. We're on the British Council website, Learning English Teens, and today's material will be a B1 graded piece of writing. The story is called Mystery Train, Mystery Train, and the author is Nicola Pretis. As always, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the three steps. Step one, we're going to have a look at the preparation exercise. So as you can see, we have a preparation exercise where we will cover the vocabulary in the story. Afterwards, we're going to read the main body of the story. And in the end, we're going to answer the two questions. Check your understanding, true and false, and check your understanding, multiple choice. Okay, so if we start with the title, Mystery Train. Mystery Train. Preparation exercise, the new words that we're going to have to look at today. To pretend, to pretend. To speed, to speed. A sleeper, a sleeper. The carriage, the carriage. To vibrate, to vibrate. And candy floss, candy floss. So in this exercise, pretty straightforward. What we'll have to do is to match each word to its meaning. So the first one, to act like something is real. To act like something is real. So that is going to be to pretend, to pretend. Okay. Next, a sweet made from sugar, usually pink or white, that you buy at the fair. A sweet made from sugar, usually pink or white, that you buy at the fair. So that's going to be candy floss, candy floss. One of the wooden parts in the middle of train tracks. One of the wooden parts in the middle of train tracks. Okay, that's going to be a sleeper, a sleeper. And then finally, we've got three more. The part of the train where passengers sit. The part of the train where passengers sit. That's going to be the carriage. The carriage. To go very fast. To go very fast. Okay, that's going to be to speed. To speed. And then lastly, to move very fast from side to side continuously. To move very fast from side to side continuously. So that's going to be to vibrate. To vibrate, okay? Okay, so there we go. We've had a look at all the vocabulary and we've matched them to their meanings. We're just going to check if we're correct. So we just click on this finish tab at the bottom. Here we go. We've clicked and there we go. We've got 6 out of 6, which is 100%. Okay, now we're going to have a quick read of the main body of the story. Okay, guys? So let's start at the top. The ghost train is for kids, said Claire. People look pretty scared when they come out, said Peter, trying to pull her to the world's scariest ghost train. Come on, it'll be fun. They're pretending, said Claire. They know it's not real. So what's there to be scared of? Okay, Peter said, as he bought a ticket for himself and the rest of their group. Maybe it was time to go home, Claire thought. But there was one thing left to do at the fair. Buy candy floss. It was impossible to finish a candy floss. They were just too big and too sweet. Yet, at the same time, There was nothing there. It must be impossible, though, she thought, as she paid for her huge pink sugar cloud. She set herself a challenge. Tonight, she was going to eat a whole one. For that, she needed time. And that meant walking home by the train tracks instead of through the town center. It wasn't very dark yet. She stepped off the dirt and onto the track. Each wooden sleeper was just the right distance apart so she could step from one to the other. Of course, Claire knew not to walk on train tracks anywhere else. It was stupid and dangerous. Last year, some boys in the big city died playing on the tracks, but there was nothing dangerous here. No one in Fellside had any memory of a train using the railway tracks. There wasn't even a station. The track suddenly finished as if the engineers ran out of wood and iron. Claire always thought of them like those cartoons where the cat tries to catch the mouse and the mouse puts down tracks in front of his speeding carriage until he runs out. The train tracks were a mystery, but one old and nobody wondered about any now. They were just there, and that was it. The tracks vibrated as she walked. She could feel it, and then she could hear it too. It was getting stronger and louder. She looked behind her. A round light, small, but getting bigger. Some was coming towards her. It couldn't be. A train? The wheels screamed louder against the rails as the driver slowed the train. It couldn't stop before it reached her. Luckily, Claire fell to the right of the track. She was screaming, but she couldn't hear herself above the noise of the old train. Its carriages passed her, empty. Where is it going, she thought. The tracks end in a couple of miles. A man put his head out of the window of the engine and shouted, "Do you know it's dangerous on the tracks?" But there aren't any trains, Claire said. But there was clearly a train now. Whatever was true before, it's not real, she told herself. This isn't real, she repeated out loud. But the heat coming from the engine felt real. You can't keep walking on the tracks, so you're going to have to ride the train the rest of the way. No. Not scared, are you? He said. If it isn't real, what's there to be scared of? He was using her own words to Peter. She couldn't stop herself climbing the metal stairs up to the train's engine, candy floss in hand. Sit, he said, as the train slowly started moving again. Where are we going? Claire asked. End of the line, he said. Oh, okay. That wasn't far. The tracks ended near here. The driver said nothing. She didn't want the candy floss. It took forever to eat a whole one, she thought. It just wasn't possible. Excuse me, Claire shouted. Because it was as noisy inside the train as outside. How long until we get there? As long as it takes to eat the whole candy floss, the driver of the real ghost train said. The pink cloud in Claire's hand looked the same size as when she took her first bite. How long is that? She asked. But she already knew the answer. He turned to face her. Except now there was no face. There was nothing under his cap at all. Forever. Nicola Pretis. Okay, that's the main body of the story that we've just covered. Now we're going to have a quick look at the two sets of questions. First of all, check your understanding, true or false. And the second part, check your understanding, multiple choice. True and false, what you'll have is 6 sentences. You've got 6 sentences here, each one with a statement about the story, and you'll have to choose whether it's true or if it's false. Okay, once you've finished with all 6, just click on the finish tab at the bottom, and then you'll see if you've answered them correctly. The second part, multiple choice, what we'll have is 4 questions. So we have 4 questions here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're given a statement, and then you'll need to pick the correct answer for each statement, each question, and then click on the next button until you get to the end. Once you've got to the end, click on the finish tab to find out if you've answered them correctly. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed our story today. Ghost Train, or Mystery Train, apologies, Mystery Train, a B1 graded piece of reading. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.